Okay? Thank you very much. Before I start talking, I'll tell you thank you. Thank you to supporting the refugee. My English it's not so good because we speak French. If you don't understand, you can tell me, so I'll try for you to understand. I'm Omar. I am Guinean from West Africa. I came in Ireland here April 2012. So my story, I have a long story. So I will explain to you the principle. So when I have problem in Guinea, my country, because my life is very dangerous, they want to kill me in Guinea. So I run away in Guinea, I came to Mali. I was in Mali 6 months. I saw my life, no security. So I moved in Mali, I came to Benin. Benin is another country, Africa, West Africa. I was in Cotonou, 8 months in Cotonou. When I was in Cotonou, I will have a friend, he working in a port in Cotonou. So every day he drive me to port. So I help them. If the boat come from Europe, so the big truck, we can take the load to put in the car. Sometimes I can get 500 francs, sometimes 1,000 francs. So I keep the money small until $500. So one day, one big ship came from Europe. So one guy was working in a ship. He from South Africa. So I explained to this guy my problem. I told him I am Guinean. My life is very dangerous. In Guinea, I came Mali and I'm in Cotonou. And I want to live in Africa because no security. And he asked me, where you want to go? I said, I don't know where I want to go. I just want to leave Africa. Any kind of the country in Europe, if he can help me to drop me. And then he said to me, if I have $1,500, he can help me to put me inside a boat. And I told him that I have no money. I have only $500. I'm here, I was working for this, my friend. I keep money small until $500. And I explained to him my situation, and he's sorry for me. He said, okay then, you can give me $500, and I will help you to put you inside a boat. But where I will keep you in a corner, don't go outside, because if the way people see you, I will lose my job. I said, okay. So he told me to buy some food. So I go in a market, I buy some food, African food we call curry. I buy more curry, I put in a bag. So he put me inside a boat. We go downstairs, he put me one corner. And then he said, don't go anywhere, 2012 March. So we arrive in Rotterdam, April 12, I didn't know exactly the day the ship arrived in Rotterdam. But the 12th April 2012, he came and welcomed me and put me outside. And I want to talk to him. He said, go, don't talk to me. So I go outside. I was walking the way of the train. I arrived to train station. So I meet one white man. I asked him in English if he can help me to give me the bread and the water. And I asked him if he can help me to find a job. I said, I'm painter. I want to do something, any kind of the job for me to find something to eat. He said, where are you from? I explained to him where I'm from. And he gave me the bread and the water. And he told me that I cannot help you, that only the water I can give it to you. And he asked me, you know where you are? I said, I didn't know. He said, here is Holland. Here, if you didn't have the permission, you are a foreigner, you can't do anything here. Only time I can help you, I will call police, and the police will help you. So he put me the tram. He said the first stop, don't get in down. The second, the third, you can get in down. He said 1B breeze. You can go down on the left, you can see the police station. So they will help you. So I go to police station, and he arrest me and take my fingerprint. And they call another 2 police. They come and arrest, drive me to another police here in the Rotterdam. It's a deep bleeding. We go up. And they take my imprint again and the photo, and they drive me to therapy. So I go to therapy. The police, they ask me to ask the RC. I say, what do you call RC? He say, to say you gotta stay here in Netherlands. So they take my imprint. I was in therapy 1 month, and they gave me the negative. And they transfer me in Mustapha. So my lawyer said, no, we gotta go to court. So I was in Mustapha 5 months in RCC. Every week they gave me 50 euro for the food. So 10 August 2012, I received the letter from my lawyer, said we gotta go to court. So I came in Amsterdam, we go to court. So they just told me, okay, Omar, you can go back in Musakana. We were saying the letter before 2 weeks, you will receive the letter. So I go back in Musakana. So I didn't receive no letter. From that time until now, I didn't receive no letter from the justice. So one day I was in my room. They called, they come and knock my room. They said, now we have the letter from your lawyer, say you gotta go to higher court 2013. So 2013, now we are August. So you cannot stay here until 2013. You gotta go outside. I said, I cannot go anywhere. I said, I'm waiting for the letter from the justice. And they say if you didn't go, we will call police and arrest you and put you in prison. I said, you can call police. So I called my lawyer. I said, these people want to put me on the street and I didn't receive no letter from the justice. My lawyer said, no, if you have somebody where you can sleep, you can go there because the government said that they will take the decision about you 2013. So, and if you know somebody where you can sleep, I said, I have nobody. I didn't have no family. I said, please, can you call these people and talk to them? He said, yeah, I will call them and talk to them. My lawyer, he didn't call them. So they call police. 2 policemen, they come. He said, you Umar? I said, yeah, I'm the Umar. He said, now we come to put you on the street. I said, I cannot go anywhere. If you want to drop me in prison, I can go. But you put me on the street, I cannot go. I said, now it's very cold. Why you want to put me on the street? I said, I'm a human being like you. The color, they are different, but we are seeing human being. So I explained to them. I said, I was in the justice. And they just told me that he was sent the letter. I didn't receive no letter. Why you want to put me on the street? And then these police, 2 police, they understand me. And the doors, they understand what he said. So they say, okay, we cannot put you on the street. So we're going. And these 2 policemen, they didn't put me on the street. They go. When they go, they call me. They say, okay, now you know how to talk. he convinced these two police. Now we're not going to give you money for the food. Because every week they give me 50 euro for the food. We was stopped there because you refuse to go outside. I said, no problem. If you don't give me money to eat, no problem. I can stay here because many African people stay in the RCC. If you do cooking, they give me the food I eat. So I was there, they stopped, they don't give me no money for the food. If the African people cooking, they give me food I eat. So one day I was really sick. This is my tea. I was really sick of my tea. So I go to Star Canal to go doctor to move my teeth. I go, they move my teeth. Before I come by, they go out, they key my door. They put another lock in my door. So when I come by, I want to open my door. I have no key again. The key cannot open the door. So I went to the office of the COA. So why you keep my door? They say, yeah, because you cannot enter again. So you gotta go on the street. That's okay. Me, I have no power, and I cannot go on the street. I will sleep in your restriction. So I go and look for one big cartoon. So I want to sleep the restriction. They call another two policemen. And these two policemen, when they come, they lie to me. And when they come, they say, Umar, you know, we have some place where you can sleep. You know, they play the game, I didn't know. Otherwise, I cannot move in Musakana. They say, Umar, we have some place where you can sleep. I said, okay. I was so happy. They said, okay, you can join our car, we will help you. I said, okay. I joined the car. And they drive me to another village. They call this village New Amsterdam. They drive me to New Amsterdam. So, and they gave me one room in New Amsterdam. They say, here you can sleep here. We meet two women in this place. And so those people, they sleep there. They say, okay, Umar, this room you can sleep here. I was so happy. And then these two police, they go. So I start sleeping there 5 days. And in the morning, 7 o'clock, these two women, they knock the door, they say, Umar, your contract is finished, so you gotta go outside. I said, no. I said, the police told me that I gotta sleep here. They said no. And our agreement and the police to keep you here until 5 days after you gotta go outside. Your contract is finished. If you want every morning, you can come here and sleep 5 days. And I look then, you know, I respect so much the women. The women and the children, I respect them. If it was men, I will not go outside. But the women, I look then, you know, so I go outside. Because I respect the women and the children. I go outside, I didn't know where I can go. So I go to train station in New Amsterdam. I start sleeping the train station in New Amsterdam. And every night the police come and they say, tomorrow if we meet you here, so we will drive you to prison. I said, drive me to prison. So I come by to Rabobank in New Amsterdam. They have one small house near the Rabobank. I start sleeping there. And then the police, they start disturbing me again every night. They say, if you sleep here, tomorrow we will put you in prison. I move there again. I go another corner in New Amsterdam. So every night I sleep this corner. And I was sick because I have no food to eat. So I move on New Amsterdam. I come to Amen. Because Amen is bigger than New Amsterdam. So I came to Amen. I start sleeping the train station. I meet one guy from his name Dave. He's the dog. So me and him we sleep the train station. I even have his phone number. If you want, you can call him. So I was sleeping with him in the train station. One day he was really sick. The doctor they come and pick him. So I was alone now in the train station in Yemen. and every night the police come and disturb me. And I was there, I sick again because no food. I was really sick. All my body was start big up. So one day, one guy from Somali, he came and meet me. I was really sick. He said, "Where are you from? Somali?" I said, "No, I'm from Somali. I'm from West Africa. I am Guinea." So he gave me the bread and the water and 10 euro, and then he dropped me to hospital. When he dropped me to hospital, and they said he cannot keep me in the hospital because I have no paper. So he buys some medicine and give it to me, this Somali guy. And he told me that trying to go Amsterdam, if you don't go to Amsterdam, you're going to die here. If you go to Amsterdam, I will give you address, you can go Ostrov. Some refugees, they have the tent in Ostrov. You can go and join them. Otherwise, you're going to die here. So he gave me address and 10 euro. And I joined the train. I explained to these people who work in the train, I said, I have no money, I want to go in Amsterdam. They checked my ID card, and they dropped me in Amsterdam. So now I reached to Amsterdam, because he told me when I reach to Central Station, you can take a tram 17 to go Ostrov. So I take the tram to go Ostrov, and I asked the people, they saw me the tent of the refugee. That's why I came to discover the refugee in Amsterdam. So this is my story. My lawyer, he abandoned me. And the IND, they have my ID card from Guinea. I am Guinean, I have all the proof. They have my ID card, they have my vehicle car, they have my vehicle insurance for my car, my vehicle. They have everything. And when I came to Terrapel, they take my ID card. They say, we're going to check your ID card after we're going to give you your ID card. From that time, more than almost 2 years now, they have my ID card, they refuse to give it to me. And I came my lawyer, I had a new lawyer, they tell the new lawyer, no, maybe this ID card look like false ID card. And I told my lawyer, I said, these people, they are really police. Because my country, they can't give you the ID card if you didn't take your fingerprint. My fingerprint is my ID card is original ID card. Why they confiscate my ID card? I said, can you send them the letter, they give you my ID card and give it to another police to check? My lawyer said, yeah, I will do that. But what to now, they have my ID card, they say maybe it's no good ID card. They say because it's no good ID card, maybe, that's why they abandoned me on the street. I didn't receive no letter, negative, I didn't receive no letter, you have positive, they just put me on the street. So, since I came in Amsterdam, I am very happy. That's why I tell you, you God, thank you. Because since I came in Amsterdam, the people of the Amsterdam, Rotterdam, the population of Nederland, they enjoy the clothes for the cold, the food for the hungry, the medicine. You know, they use their energy to support the refugee. Because the government, today, I will send the SMS to the government in Nederland today. You know, they say if you didn't have the document, you are criminal. It's a big mistake. Who was born in this planet of the document? Nobody was not born of the document. They say I'm Netherlander. If you have the paper, you are in this planet. We are foreigner. Everybody.